Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Pittsburgh modular 8-step analog sequencer. But before I do that, I'm going to give you kind of a overview into Eurorack modular synthesis to try to give you an understanding of how this works. And yeah, so this module alone will not generate any sound. It will just, each one of these little knobs controls a voltage, which is a pitch or a note. But in order for it to make sound, it has to control something, a sound generator, and that would be an oscillator like this up here. This is the Tip Top Z3000. So I already have this set up to a pretty low frequency, as you can see up here. It's set for a sine wave, which is a pretty mellow wave sound, and that's going to the Pittsburgh Lifeforms dynamic impulse, and then the Lifeforms mixer, and then I'm running all that through my Eventide space. So let me just bring that up and show you what it sounds like. I can add some reverb to it. Cool. Okay, so that's what the oscillator sounds without any control voltage. So the first thing we have to do is send a clock where it says CLK. You need to send a clock input or a tempo. So I'm going to come over here. This is my make noise tempi right here. And the tempi is really cool because you can just tap tempo and it corresponds with each of these outputs, each of these blinking ones, knobs or buttons, sorry. So I'll send it on a pretty pretty medium tempo right there, and we're going to go clock in, and then you're going to get these lights blinking, as you can see. So I tried to zero all these knobs out so that when we plug this in, it'll just sound even, so you can hear what I'm actually doing when I start to move the knobs. So from there, we go to our output down here, and we have to actually go to, this is called a Quantizer. I'll explain that a little bit later, what that does. It kind of breaks all these pitches up into recognizable scales, and it makes finding usable notes a little bit easier. So here's what our kind of baseline sequence or frequency sounds like. Oh, whoops, hold on. It wouldn't be Eurorack if I didn't make a bunch of mistakes. There you go. It's a little loud. Let me dial that down a little on my filter. So it's making about 76. So you see it shot up a little bit. So each time this lights up, it goes around like a circle, you see? And every time it gets to the knob, it's going to generate whatever, it's going to send out whatever that pitch is. It's going to send that to the quantizer, then to the oscillator, then to the filter, which controls, you can see what it controls, kind of volume, but also the harmonics that are coming through there, and then to the mixer, and then out to my reverb. So here we go. Really start to dial. Now a lot of times you'll get really chaotic sounding things, and it takes a little while to play with it and tune it and get something you like. faster. That's pretty cool. You can crank up the reverb, make it sound really cool. Now this sequencer is cool because you can switch between 4, 6, or 8 steps. So this is 8 step right here. Let's hear what 6 sounds like. You can take some of this reverb off. That's 4. Back to 8. Now that sounds somewhat pleasant, but you can really dial these all over and get something really kind of random sounding. And you can go really fast with these. That's more the kind of modular sound we think of when we think of sequencers going. Now this is a sine wave, so if I want to do something with a little more grit, I can do something like this saw. And then when I open the filter, you'll really hear it. And that's it. Alright, get out there and start making some weird music.